Good evening and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. This is Kristen and I'm going to do a little something different this evening. I am going to do a layout share. However, it is not Disney, so if you've been following me and know I've been working on Disney, I am out of pictures, kind of. And I'm waiting for my Shutterfly order that was supposed to come today and it didn't, but I had a goal for the month, and since today was the last day of the month, it's June 30th, well officially it's not anymore, but I had a certain amount of pages I wanted to get done this month and I was 7 pages shy, and so I wanted to work today on getting that done. Luckily, on www.scrapbookingwithanne-marie, she was doing an hourly prompt as a end of the month thing, and so every hour we got new prompts for things to encourage us to make pages, and I took notes and couldn't do them right at the time, so I made notes, and that is part of the free membership on her website. That's why I'm sharing that information. And so anyway, so my goal was to get 7 pages done. I just finished my last page, and my goal today was not only to get the 7 pages to reach my total for the month, but also I really am trying to use up as much of my stash as possible. If you've watched any of these videos I've done, especially in the last couple of days or few weeks, I'm trying to use up my stash because I have so many things that are like super old. I mean 1990s old, people. So what is underneath these 2 sticker sheets to me is reasonably unbelievable and super exciting for me. And if you are like me and hoard stickers and hoard papers and hoard things, use them. Use them up. Unless you have them set aside for a specific thing, use them. I mean, I feel so good with this. So I'm going to show you what is under here. First of all, these are some of the sticker sheets I've been working on. Now there's still quite a few on here, but these were completely full up until this week. So I've used part of these 12 by 12 inch borders, and I've used some of the circles and the squares within the last few days. And same thing on this one. Oh, that sticker sheet's driving me nuts. It still has plenty on here, but I'm used more up than I have in the 15 years I've had these. I'm not kidding, I'm pretty sure these are, oh yeah, 2003 is what that date says. And I probably had them since around that time. So use them up, and they're still sticky and they still are good. I'm thrilled with that because, you know, sometimes things get unsticky or really tacky, which you'll see with some of this stuff. So I was really excited about getting some of these used, and I'm continuing to my goal to use up more and more things. I'd love to have both these sheets, and I have another one completely used up this year. So there's that. And this is what I predominantly was working with today. I mean, I didn't have things set out that I wanted to use, but as I'd get a prompt from Anne-Marie, I would think, okay, what do I have that I really need to get rid of? So I have 2 sheets of this glitter paper. I'm pretty sure it came from Walmart because it's that Colorbach brand. And one was pink and one was blue, and you'll see them on the layouts I share. I don't know how old these are, but I'm pretty sure my sister bought these for me for a holiday, birthday, or Christmas or something, probably 10 years ago. So one I used completely except for like a little sliver, and one I used about half of, so I can set these aside for needing these packages. All of these are empty sticker sheets. Some of them were completely full, some of them were partially full, some only had a few things on it, but all of these I can now throw away. And you can see, maybe, I guess you can see the dinginess of some of these packages. I mean, let me show you. This is white, people. This back of this Post-it note is white, and that shows you how dingy and old almost every one of these is. I don't know how old they are because I looked at some of them and none of them had, but they were all sticky and they all worked. I used up this entire baseball thing from Jolie's. I used up this entire thing, baseball something or another, that whatever was on there. So these can be put away for something. These can be thrown away in the trash. They're going there right now. Trash. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, so I was looking for, oh, there's another one. Yay. Set that aside. Okay, so I was looking for pictures to work with, and I had some for Memorial Day this year, 2021, and my cousins were throwing a ball back and forth and hitting the ball. It was not a baseball game. It was not anything fancy, but when I went to look for baseball stickers, I had a ton. Okay, so what you see right here, this is brand new. I just got these this year. I don't know how old these are. These are as old as the hills. These are super old. These are some of the ones that you saw got used because that dingy. They're super dingy. These are pretty old. 2001. These are pretty old. I can't even see a date on here because my eyesight's not that great at 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh, sometime in the 1990s. And then these are pretty old, and these were in a package, so I don't have a date or anything on them. So I used whatever was baseball on here. I used a few things off of here. I used almost this entire sticker sheet here. I used 3, I think at least 2 of these little squares of these. I used everything on here baseball. This is duplicate, so I don't want to double up. I used everything on here that was baseball. There was like a hat and some other things there. And then I used anything, there was some baseball stuff here. I used one of these baseballs, and then all of these things were either baseball or sports related. So I got a bunch of baseball stuff. You should have seen what I started with. I should have taken a picture. I have one other little baseball thing. So this is all I have left of baseball. And I had probably, I don't know, 6 other packages of partial or the little square like Miss Grossman's. So this is all that's left of the baseball. Now I can put it away and use it again for a baseball game or something. So I'm gonna, yeah, and then we'll do this. Okay, now this is ridiculous, people. Look at this. This is all butterflies. Now, this is not all butterflies, but it had butterflies on it. And you can see where they were. These are old. Actually, not as old as most of my stickers, but whatever brand these are, these got really tacky. And I don't know if they got hot somewhere or what, but I've had to glue some of them down, and this tack on here is just a mess. So I usually keep that in its package. I used a butterfly off of here. I had like 4 of these. I did not end up using these because this butterfly didn't really go with the page. I didn't use those either. I used one of those, I think. Oh no, the little ones. I used 3 of these, and I just bought these. These are from the dollar store. They're so pretty. They're 3D and they're shiny, and they were $1. And I thought, oh, those are pretty. I could use this for something. And then come home to find I have a million butterfly stickers. I used an entire square of these. I used everything that's missing on here. I used everything that's missing on here. I used most of what's missing on here. I used a whole sheet just like this. I had 2 of them. I used everything missing on here, and I used at least 2 or 3 on here. So I'm so excited that I've used up so many of these. Now butterflies are something you can add to pretty much most any layout. So it's not like I wanted to get rid of them like the baseball stickers. I really would like to use up the majority of those because baseball is not typically my thing. But I gotta put this away. So I used a ton. I'm not kidding. This was twice as fat as this. All right. So that is part of my big exciting news. So I did finish my 7 pages, and I want to share them with you really quickly. Here is the first one that I created today. We were supposed to, no, it's not my first one, but anyway, we were supposed to break the page up into 4 sections and include some yellow, include some numbers, and there might have been something else. But anyway, so maybe a title. So I just took 4 pieces of paper that I felt went together. I wanted to do some journaling because this was something that I wanted to know, like this is a fun story. about going out shopping with my best friend, my daughter, my son. We had such a good time. And so this is the first page I did. I used a stencil that I have never used. It's buried under here now. I've never used this. I don't even know where it came from. I don't know, but I use the numbers down here to do the date at the top. So I'm using things that I've never used before. I use this rub-on from this sheet of rub-ons, and I've never used it before. So I'm using this stuff. That's just what I just keep telling myself, is use it up. So these green things are those borders that were on the big square sticker sheets. I just cut them up and alternated them. And then this purple is actually one of those too. I just wanted to add a little purple up there to kind of keep the flow here. I've got this shopping bag from a Black Friday Jolie sticker set that I have, an embellishment set that I've never used. I don't go Black Friday shopping, so I don't know how I ended up with that. Just a little credit card, some money, because we had gone out shopping. So I'm gonna set it aside because this is still a little tacky. I use stickles to make the numbers at the top through the stencil. So this is the page that goes with it, and it is a little warped because I used the Purple Distress Oxide by Ranger and a little bit of my Ranger alcohol inks. I did not gesso the page, that's why it kind of smeared and blended instead of kind of sunk into the page, which was what I was looking for. I just wanted to add a little bit of extra color because one of the prompt for this was to be artistic, to add stamps, to have some red, to have some cutouts, and to use at least 3 pieces or color of cardstock. So I have this lavender, this dark blue, and then this, it's kind of lavender, but it's like not the exact same shade. I used a little bit of washi. I used another piece of that little purple borders, and I used some of the gold from my alcohol inks as well. So I just love this technique. I enjoy spraying the pages, and once this is laid out and completely dry, like this was a little tacky still, once this is laid out and ready to go, it'll go in a book and get squished down and flatten right up. So this prompt was to use strips on your page and at least 2 pictures and some triangles. I believe was the only prompts for this one. So I took tons, whatever was in, I have a drawer full of just scraps. So I took red, white, and blue scraps, whether, you know, whatever shade, and I just made, some of them were already this thin, and some of them I just cut in half or cut off of a little slip. And then I lined them up. Not all of them are 12 by 12, but I cut them in the middle so they look like they're 12 by 12. And then I took this piece of paper, which is mate to this paper, and I just tore the top, and then I inked it with blue and inked it with black so it would look a little roughed up. And then I matted this on this card. This is not layered, this is just one thing. I've had this piece of paper here for, I don't know, 15 years or so. I may have got it when I first got my scrapbook stuff. This paper, I have no clue where it came from, but it was perfect. It says grilling, and I made sure to cut it where that was showing, and a little bit of the grill is showing on here. And then I just fussy cut a grill and one of the hats from the page and put this up on a foam square. Added this little heart just because this is Memorial Day and it brought it all together. And just put these little triangles here to go with that. Typically I will incorporate whatever shapes or she, you know, suggests with the prompt a little better than that, but at this point, this is one of the last pages I did and I was tired. So I used red and blue triangles from really old stickers that I also got when I first got my craft scrapbooking stuff in 1996, and put those on here. And I believe they're creative memories from like a sheet of a bunch of shapes. So, and there is that page. Oh, I don't want to set that there. Hold on, I gotta be careful where I set some of the stuff. It's got ink and stuff on it that's drying. Okay, so this is another prompt that I had. I think it was shiny blue. No, this was to look at something in your house and get a design idea. We have bookshelves that are too long and one short in the middle, and so like this, too tall on the outside and a short one in the middle. So because of my pictures, I had to turn it sideways. This is that glitter paper. So these may end up coming up, but I'm gonna have to use a liquid adhesive. So far these are okay. The pink one that I may have already shown, nope, haven't shown you yet. The pink one is coming up a little bit, so I gotta be really careful with that. And use some lip glue. These flowers came from this chipboard that I have had for years and I'm trying to get rid of. And I love, there's like a cardboard in behind it and then some sticky. Well, the sticky is not working very well, so one of them I pulled the cardboard completely off, like completely, this real small one. And then this one I pulled part of the cardboard, and this one I left the cardboard on, so it kind of gave a little dimension. I had these little splats that I put on the side. These came from the dollar store, so they gave a little shine. I got this Weekend Vibes from an Amy Tangerine sticker book, and I just used a couple sheets of washi to kind of give it a, what people call a shelf or a ledge to kind of sit on, and scrap some. I didn't even mat these because I really didn't want to take away from this paper because it kind of looks like water, and I love this glitter paper that I've had forever, and that's why I haven't used it, because I love it so much. That makes no sense to me. There is that. Okay, this is the first page I did today. I was being super, this is the one that's coming off some. I've been super creative. I got some papers. I can't even remember what the prompt was. You had to have circles, you had to have a title. I don't even know. Hearts, you had to have hearts, that was it. And so, oh, here it is. Nope, that's not it. Anywho, 3 colors, 3 circles, 3 hearts, 2 pattern papers, and a title. So you could have more than that, but you had to have at least that. So I totally got all that covered. I drew these circles on with an aqua color, because that's the color my dress is, with an aqua colored marker, and I just used the inside of one of my tape runners. I used these the other day. I was showing these and telling you all that I wanted to use some of these up. So I did. I used one of them on here and maybe another one somewhere else. So I was excited to use that up. And I pulled this off. I have this baby girl paper or sticker packet. I pulled this off and cut it, and then just put this little heart from that same thing on here, because everything was nice. We had ice cream first, and then we went to Taco Tico, and it was yummy. I matted everything up on pinks and purples, and cut this frame in half and tucked it in, and just put some hearts on here to bring it all together. And then I cut this out on the inside, and I just matted it on this big wide frame of this aqua color to pull from my dress and my daughter's dress, because we were dressed like twins that day. So I love this page, and I had fun doing it. All right, I got 2 pages left, and this is where I used up all that awesome stuff today. Here is my baseball page. I already had this green paper from where I had to cut a triangle for something, and I couldn't even tell you what it was because it's been in my stuff for a while. So I think it touched those. I don't know. So anyway, so this was already cut out. I thought it looked like a pennant, so I went ahead and just took all my baseball stickers that I could find and just tucked them in here to fill this little triangle out, and put this baseball sticker in the middle, and then matted both these pictures on white and put them on here, and just added a couple extra things. This came from the Amy Tangerine. Says, what an interesting day. It was definitely an interesting day. And then I just doodled a little around the pictures, and then I put some gold stickles here, here, and here, although they kind of look like they're sinking into the page, which is kind of weird instead of standing up. So I will probably reapply those. So this is a really great way to get rid of stickers or embellishments. If you have a ton that you're trying to get rid of, especially if they're in a, you know, single theme or something you could tie together. So I had a ton of baseball. I don't really need all that. So I just put a ton of stuff on here. I mean, used up all those things I showed you. And I think this looks really cool and I really enjoy it. And I've made some things like this before with letters because I got the idea from Grace Tolman, who's another YouTuber. She was doing the Scrap Your Stash, A through Z, and A was alphas, and she did like a circle and put a bunch of alphas in it, and I've done tons of pages like that in different forms for different books and stuff. And the last one that I did was actually for the guy that's in this picture's wife, and when they did their baby announcement, I used it for that too. So, anywho, so I just put a piece of black cardstock behind there, taped it in there, and then I just went to town with them, fitting everything in there. I put the big stuff in first and went down to the little itty bitty little baseballs. So I love how this turned out. I'm gonna set it over here to let these dry, and then I'll probably reapply them tomorrow because they don't look like they have any oomph left. And finally, my 7th page for the day, and the one I think I might love the most. Here's how I used up my butterflies. This is also for Memorial Day. I used tons of butterflies on this. I already had this paper. It already had these stars cut out. I think my sister gave me this when my husband deployed in 2007 and 2006. Yeah, so this paper is old, and it was a full 12 by 12 with the stars cut out. I cut the circle out of the middle, and I have it set aside because I will use that for something else. And then I backed it on this light blue. The challenge or the prompt for this was to use pink and brown or red and blue. And let's see, what was the rest of it? Something old and a border. Well, when I posted this on the website, I said everything on this page is old except the silver washi, which is actually not sticking really good. I gotta get some glue on it. Okay, so the silver washi, and these butterflies are less than a year old, and that would be it. Everything else on this page, I'm looking to make sure I'm not missing something. Everything else on this page is at least a year old, and I would say, oh, and this blue paper, that's less than a year old. So this silver washi, the blue paper, and these butterflies are the only thing on this entire page that are less than a year old. This paper under here is from probably maybe 2012 when my husband deployed the last time. This paper, like I said, is from his first or second deployment in 2006. All of the butterflies are things that other than these 3D ones, I just got those at the dollar store this year. All the rest of these are 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15 years old. So, and then this is that cork board that I'm trying to get rid of all of them because they don't stick anymore. So I had to glue the back of it. But I love the way this page turned out. This is me and my cousin who I adore, and I just really enjoyed the way that this ended up. So that is my tips and tricks for using up your stash. I mean, I got 7 pages done. I used tons and tons of stickers, some paper that I've been hoarding, and some other items that have been around here. I got 7 awesome pages that I can put in my family books. And now, hopefully tomorrow, my Disney pictures will come in and I'll be ready to get back to that. So I hope that that helps you all with some ideas on how to get rid of some of your stash. And when I say get rid of, I don't mean get rid of, because you're putting it in a gorgeous page or a fun page or a neat page, whatever you're doing, you're creating something for you to keep or for someone to keep, you know, and look back on. So you're not getting rid of it, you're utilizing it. So use that paper that you love, because it's gonna stay with you or whoever, and it will be loved and looked at and appreciated better than it is being appreciated in your drawer or your filing cabinet or whatever, however you're storing your stash, your stickers and your papers. It will be more appreciated on a beautiful layout than it is being appreciated in your little cabinet. So that's my little tidbit for the night. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful, wonderful week, and I hope you got a chance to do something you love with someone you love. Happy scrapping.